Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, where everything you're about to hear and see has been done in one take. I'm your host, the One Take Man. Today, when in what is, if I planned it correctly, the last video of the year, I am once again on Moralist.io, and I am once again on the population by country game. Because my because my last performance at this game was kind of mixed. I now want to see if I can, if I can't improve my average over, over the course of this video. That's gonna be my goal more or less, to obtain redemption. Anyway, with that intro out of the way, let's get started, shall we? Beginning with Kosovo, 1.8 million, or at least it is 1.8 million at the time I'm filming this, or at the time the data for this the data for this game was gathered, as opposed to Western Sahara, which has either a higher or a lower population. I'm gonna say Western Sahara has a higher population, and I'm wrong right off the bat. Great start, what can I say? Anyway, try again. Hungary, 9.6, United Arab Emirates. I'm gonna say lower. I should have said higher. Could have been close, but still. Anyway, Lebanon compared to Montenegro. Montenegro only has 60,000 people? You sure? That's okay. Lebanon definitely has more than that. Oh, whoa. 100-fold more. Palestine has... I'm gonna risk it and say more. I shouldn't have. Anyway, Central African Republic compared to Gambia. I'm gonna say Gambia has a lower population. Okay. Antigua and Barbuda versus Gambia. Well, Antigua and Barbuda is an island nation in the Pacific. I almost said it again. It's in the Caribbean, so I'm gonna say lower. A lot lower. Okay, Costa Rica is a lot higher. I know that much. Somalia is... I almost said lower, but it's actually higher. Threefold higher. Ivory Coast is, I'm gonna say... I am very tempted to go lower. And you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go lower. What could happen? Other than me failing. Oh well, shit happens. Greece has a higher population than Andorra, I can say that much. Bhutan has a lower population than Greece. Hungary has a higher population than Bhutan. Puerto Rico compared to Hungary, I'm gonna say lower. Okay. Singapore has a higher population. Okay. A little over double. Kuwait compared to Singapore, I'm gonna say Kuwait is I was wrong. Okay, so it looks like 5 is the minimum you need to get a bronze medal. Trying again. Thailand compared to Greenland. Greenland has, okay, really small population, but then again, most of it is under ice, or at least should be under ice. Thailand is easily like 1,000-fold bigger. Yep. It's more like 1,250-fold bigger. Malaysia has a higher population. I was wrong. Uzbekistan has a higher population than Singapore, so Singapore has a lower population than Uzbekistan. Puerto Rico has a lower population than Singapore. Armenia has a higher population than Puerto Rico, just a little bit higher. Cyprus has a... This is actually difficult. I want to say higher, but I'm gonna go lower. If I fail, well, shit happens. Okay, I didn't fail. Latvia has a higher population. Okay, Iran has a much higher population. Greenland, a little lower, much lower. Romania has a higher population. Let's see. Okay, these are the numbers we're working with. I wish that told me anything. Togo has a lower population. Fiji, lower. Afghanistan has a higher population. Okay, still a little bit lower than I thought it would be. Papua New Guinea is lower than Afghanistan. Denmark, lower than Papua New Guinea. St. Kitts and Nevis, lower than Denmark. Mauritius. How do you say this? Mauritius, 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 or is that or is Mauritius more of a the German pronunciation? You know, it's very hard to say what what gets transferred between languages sometimes. Also, I don't know where Mauritius is. I think it's in the Indian Ocean. I might be mistaken. I'm gonna say it has a lower population. It doesn't. Okay. Try again. Switzerland compared to Guinea. I'm gonna say Switzerland has a. I'm gonna say Guinea has a. I was wrong. Of course, I have to embarrass myself just a little. Syria has a higher population than Senegal. Okay. Georgia has a lower population than Syria. Eritrea has a lower population than Georgia, definitely than Senegal. New Zealand has a higher population, even if not by much. Mexico has a much higher population. Panama, lower. India has a... Come on, let's be real. It's the second most populous country on the planet. Nepal has a lower population. Lower, but still very sizable, especially when you consider exactly where it's stuck. Afghanistan has a higher population. Okay. Hong Kong has a lower population, but still quite big, especially when you consider just how concentrated it is. Liberia, I'm gonna say has a higher population. I am wrong. Fuck. I was going so well. Cambodia has a higher population than Djibouti, I can say that much. And be correct. South Sudan has... And there's a wedding convoy passing by. Yeah, congratulations. Now would you kindly fuck off? I have a video to film. Okay, South Sudan has a lower population. Okay, Kosovo lower. Palestine higher. Okay. Slovakia, fuck me. Higher, I'm gonna say. I barely got that right. Still, I'm glad I did. Croatia, I'm gonna say higher. I am wrong. San Marino has a lower population than Malaysia. Monaco, I think they're pretty similar, actually. If I remember from last video. I'm gonna say Monaco has a... I'm gonna say lower. I'm wrong. Spain has this many people. Greece has... Does Greece have a higher or lower population? Thing is, a lot of Spain is actually quite empty. Greece may be smaller, but I think their population is a little bit more spread out. So I'm gonna say... No, I'm still gonna say lower. Okay. Senegal has a higher population. Togo has a lower population than Senegal. Philippines have a higher population than Togo. Lithuania has a lower population than the Philippines. Benin. I'm gonna say Benin is more populated than Lithuania. I'm right. Moldova has a lower population than Benin. Croatia, I just seen Croatia. It's in the 4 million range, but it's not 4.0, it's 4 point something else. So, higher population. Oh, it's still 4.0, but still bigger. South Korea, definitely a higher population. Guyana, lower. Bahrain, I'm gonna go higher. Okay, I'm right. Sudan, higher. 45 million higher. South Sudan, lower. Funny that those two come one after another. Portugal is lower, marginally lower, but still lower. Yep. Denmark is lower by a sizable margin. Mauritius lower. Okay, 1.2. Turkmenistan higher than Mauritius. Almost 5 times higher. Actually, a bit more than 5 times higher. No, less. A bit less than 5 times higher. Central African Republic compared to Mauritius. Compared to Turkmenistan. I've been doing this too long. Central African Republic has a higher population. No, they don't. I want to see if I can beat 20. That's my goal here. But I will still stop if I think it takes too long. But still, my goal is to see at least 20. Madagascar compared to Syria. Syria has a lower population. Armenia has a lower population. Sudan has a higher population. Highest so far, I think. Kazakhstan definitely has the highest so far, so higher population. Ah! How did I... What have I mistaken Kazakhstan for? Anyway. Moldova and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has a lower population. Guyana has a lower population. Mexico has a higher population. Kenya has a lower population. It's quite sizable, but still not Mexico. Benin has a lower population. Estonia has a lower population. Still over 1 million. That's interesting. Ecuador has a higher population. Okay, I would have thought it was in the 20 million, but seems not. Poland definitely has a higher population than Ecuador. Burundi, I'm going to say lower. Norway has a lower population than Burundi. Mauritius has a lower population than Norway. The Ivory Coast has a higher population than Mauritius. A lot higher. Chad has a lower population than the Ivory Coast. Mayotte is, I think, an island in the Indian Ocean. So I'm gonna say it has a lower population than Chad. Netherlands definitely have a higher population than Mayotte, 17 million. Timor-Leste has a lower population than the Netherlands. Okay. North Korea has a higher population. Yeah. Okay, almost 26 million. Didn't expect it. Mauritania has... How big is Mauritania, actually? I'm gonna say lower. Okay. Andorra, definitely lower than that. Mozambique is definitely higher than that. Pakistan is definitely higher than that. Vatican City, definitely lower than that. Bahrain is definitely higher than freaking Vatican. Slovakia, it's more than 1.7 million. Okay, it's a little over 3 times that, actually. Azerbaijan compared to Slovakia. Well, I know how big Azerbaijan is compared to Armenia, and I know Armenia has about half the population that Slovakia has. It's not all a matter of size because, population density is a thing that changes between countries. But overall, I think I'm gonna say Azerbaijan has a... I'm gonna risk it and say lower. I shouldn't have. Oh, over 20, look at that. Still, I think I have time for one more run. Solomon Islands has this many people. Russia definitely has a higher population. Though not soon. Though soon enough. Anyway. Somalia has a lower population. Guinea-Bissau has I'm gonna say lower population. Okay. The Bahamas have a lower population. Okay, the Dominican Republic, I'm gonna say it's higher than the Bahamas. Yep. Brunei has a I'm gonna say lower population. Okay. Germany definitely has a higher population. 83.88 million. Okay. Surprisingly steady, actually, if you think about it. Kenya has a lower population than that. I can say that much. Austria has a lower population than that. Belarus has a comparable population. I'm gonna say slightly higher. Okay, I am right. El Salvador definitely lower than Belarus. Jamaica compared to El Salvador. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be close, and I'm probably gonna be wrong. I'm gonna say lower. Okay, wasn't as close as I thought it would be. Mozambique definitely has a higher population than that. Sri Lanka. I've seen in the last video that Sri Lanka is deceptively big, but it's not, or that Sri Lanka's population is deceptively big, but it's not 33 million big. So I'm gonna go lower. India, again, second most populous country on the planet. Of course, it has a higher population. Papua New Guinea, lower. I'm surprised China didn't show up, like, at all. Anyway, Honduras, I fucked up. Okay, one more. One more just because I can. Sierra Leone has this population. Moldova has a lower population. Luxembourg definitely has a lower population than Moldova. It's richer, but that doesn't mean much. Bolivia has a higher population. Several orders of magnitude higher. Okay, one and a bit orders higher. The Maldives, I'm gonna say the Maldives have a lower population. Lesotho, I'm gonna say, is it Lesotho or Lesotho? What do you think? I'm gonna say Lesotho is higher. Okay, I was right. Syria is definitely higher. Gambia is definitely lower. Sri Lanka is higher. Sudan is more than twice as big. Kiribati is definitely lower. Canada is higher. Not as high as it could be, but still higher than that. Jamaica, lower. San Marino, lower. Bulgaria, higher. Let's be real here. Dominica, definitely less than Bulgaria. Okay, almost 100-fold smaller. Cambodia, higher. Jordan, this is gonna be freaking close. I'm gonna say lower. Okay, wasn't as close as I thought it would be. Egypt, much higher. Yeah, 9 digits. Kosovo, a lot lower. Guadeloupe, a lot lower. Again, island in the Indian Ocean. Venezuela, a lot higher. Ecuador, okay. This is where it gets tricky, because they're pretty similar. I'm gonna say Ecuador is lower. Okay. Guinea-Bissau, lower than Ecuador. Israel, definitely higher than Guinea-Bissau. 8.9 million? Okay, that's surprising. I knew Israel was smaller than London, but I guess I underestimated how big London is. Algeria has a higher population. Turkey, yeah, higher population, 85.5. Bosnia and Herzegovina, lower. Scotland, higher. Okay. Madagascar, higher. Tuvalu, lower. Tonga, two Pacific Island nations pit against each other. I'm gonna say Tonga has a. This might be very close, so I'm gonna say Tonga has a I was wrong. But still, I set a new record. You know what? I'm happy with that. This is where I'm stopping the video. Thank you so much for your attention. If you enjoyed this, then please leave a like, maybe even share this video wherever you think other people will like it as well. If you have anything you'd like to add to what it is you've seen, the comment section awaits your input. Or if you want to comment on anything, that's what the comment section is for. And if you want to see when my next video gets released, which from now on will be, in the next year, well then go ahead and subscribe. And ideally also ring the bell or do whatever else YouTube will ask of you in order to keep you notified. I also have a main channel where I talk about book-related or literature topics. It's linked down below, right past all of my social media links, which I also suggest you check out should you choose to do so. And in closing, I have been the One Take Man. Happy New Year.